There are a million stories in this city. This one has been made up.
In the Cold War of TV stardom, compromise is the name of the game. It's the money or the gun that drives you on, the money or the gun. Bank cards, your plastic explosive, your checkbooks are Colt 45. You overspend, and it's the end. You can't afford to stay alive. It's the money or the gun that drives you on. Choose now, the money or the
When I was 9, my father gave me an air rifle and said, "Son, this is a gun, and a gun is a man's best friend." Know why? I told him I didn't. "Well," he said in his distinctive drawl, "ever tried to hold up a bank with a dog?" And then he winked and we both laughed and went outside with a gun and shot up the next door neighbour's cat. Actually, I just made that up. My father doesn't have a distinctive drawl, and he never once told me that guns are a man's best friend. But he did give me an air rifle when I was 12, and I did shoot a cat with it. Only it was ours, and up until now, no one else has ever known about it. Okay, sure, so it was a lousy thing to do, but it wasn't premeditated, and I didn't kill the cat. I just winged it in the bum and watched it take off at 1,000 k's an hour. You see, I had this gun, right? Only a little thing, no power at all, but to a 12-year-old, it could have belonged to James Bond or a war hero. And there I was, blasting away at cigarette packets in the distance, when the cat walked between me and the target. Well, it was so tempting and so easy, much more fun to have a living, moving target, much more like real life. Anyway, as with most childhood toys, the old air gun eventually fell into disuse, and guns really didn't have much to do with my life again until 1987, when 15 people were killed in the Hoddle and Queen Street massacres in Melbourne. Like most Australians, I was horrified by the carnage and had visions of Australia slipping into some sort of nightmare of urban violence. And then the most peculiar thing happened. Not 2 months after the second massacre, more than 20,000 Australians marched through the streets of Melbourne against the introduction of tougher gun laws. I couldn't work it out. It was as if the two events had taken place in two completely separate countries. Was I missing the point? Was the point that guns are an inevitable part of any society and the odd loony is a socially acceptable risk? Or was I right to think that without infringing too many democratic rights or banning guns altogether, we could find a way to deal more sensibly with guns and avoid becoming a mini USA? Or was I just worrying about something that Australians really couldn't give a stuff about? Sunrise, this is the last day that I'll ever see. Out in the courtyard, they're waiting for me. But I go to my death with no fear. 'Cause I did what I did for Maria. Take an eye for an eye, and a life for a life. And somebody must pay for the death of my wife. So I go to my death with no fear. Hello? Andrew Denton, ABC Television. How are you?
Okay.
Nice talking to you. Sorry to interrupt your sunbaking here. Tell me, what's the angriest you've ever been?
Waiting in a line in a supermarket and someone else tries to push in.
And how do you respond to that?
Tell them off.
Yeah? Have you ever wanted to shoot somebody?
Yeah.
Who?
Pushy guys.
Oh, yeah. Have you, is that just a spur of the moment response, or have you actually thought it through?
Spur of the moment.
And if you did shoot them, what would you shoot them with, do you think?
A gun. A big one.
Why do you think more Australians are owning guns?
For protection. And robberies. This place is getting as bad as the Bronx. What is all this anyway?
It's ABC Television. Taxpayers' money at work.
Oh, God.
Oh, beach baby down at the surf, give me something that I can remember. Fun in the sun. I can't remember those lyrics either. But it was a song though, wasn't it? A lot of stuff songs. Jogger, jogger, whoop, whoop, jogger alert, jogger alert. Swing round and g'day, Andrew Denton, ABC Television. How are you? Oh, he's fine. You've never been. Oh. That was your fault. What was the angriest you've ever been?
I don't get angry, of course.
Yeah? Can you remember the moment of absolute rage in your life?
Yes.
What was that?
Well,
Well, I'll have to stop here. You're too fast. Never, ever try and do an interview like that at the beach. Look at our other cameraman here. Absolutely buggered.
Shh, be very, very quiet. I'm hunting Vox Pop interviewees.
Hello. Have you ever fired again?
No. No, I would like to try.
Yeah, why is that?
Well, it's just, I mean, when you see it all the time in movies and so, you just get, I mean, the need to try it. I mean, it's just pushing you into that direction. Come on, try it. It's maybe a good feeling.
Yeah.
I think it only affects a few people. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, the majority of people don't want to have a gun. More people probably would want to own a house than own a gun, or have a surf, or have a I don't think a lot of people would even think about it.
Have you ever fired a gun?
Oh yes,
Oh,
I've been
yeah.
in the army.
Oh, really?
I know all about guns.
Yes. What's your favourite handgun?
They call it G3.
Yeah.
I like that one. It was very, very useful. But I don't really think I like guns
Why not?
because they shoot and kill.
There's someone. Shh.
Hello, Andrew Denton, ABC Television. How are you? Tell me, do you think there's a limit to the sort of guns people should be allowed to have?
Guns don't kill, people do. It's people who are dangerous. People like you. Have you ever seen a gun take its own life? Have you ever seen a gun on the run and in strife? Can rifles rob banks to pistols take drugs? Air up the road to be a thug. Guns don't kill, people do. It's people who are dangerous. People just like you. Guns don't kill, ignorance does. Guns, they just give you an incredible buzz. Nothing like the feeling of a gun in your thigh. I get up on smoking guns, it's the ultimate high. You hold on for satisfaction when your body buckles back to that pump action. Guns don't kill, people do. It's people who are dangerous, people just like you. Guns don't kill, they're a way of life. Imagine what the world would be if we only had the knife. There'd be no Rambo movies, the West would not be won. Wars would just go on and on while just like a sun. Guns don't kill, people do. Guaranteed protection. Guaranteed protection. Guaranteed protection. It's people like you. People like you. People like you. People like you.
Who was that? I think I'm in love. I am in love.